Hi friends, my name is Sachin Gurau. I'm author of an upcoming book called Wealth Sutra. Firstly, friends, thanks for the feedback and the comments and all the what I can say replies which I got in respect of my recent videos, whether it is on tax or whether it is in respect of the recent economic packages which I announced. Now, friends, today after a lot of deliberation, which a lot of people have kept on asking me, please give me what you can say the inputs in respect of MSME economic packages which has come in. So in this video, I'm specifically going to cover the MSME economic packages. Now, before I start, there are 3 points which I would like to tell. The first point is that please note some of the notifications in respect of MSME have come up, but not all in respect of economic packages of for MSME. Second point, I'm telling you data as of today. Still, there will be a lot of changes or amendments, and we will wait and watch, and future videos you can see. The third most important point what I'm saying is that please refer to all my videos previous and also currently, because every time the government is changing the economic packages, be it MSME or otherwise, I'm updating periodically. In fact, I took some time to make this video also because there are a lot of changes, and today I'm only going to specifically cover the MSME package which has come out. Okay, so let's start now. Before I start the MSME economic packages, the first point which I would like to tell you is that why was MSME started? क्यों किया MSME क्यों start किया? So please understand this MSME, what you can say, the MSME Act 2006 was notified by the government mainly for three purposes. What is the purpose? For the promotion, for the development and enhancement of competitiveness of the micro, small and medium enterprises. Now, who are they? What are they? I will cover in detail, but primarily remember only one point. This MSME Act 2006, which was almost, I think now we are in 20, so almost 15-25 years back they had done. So the idea was for the promotion, for the development and also enhancement of competitiveness of micro, small and medium enterprises. That's why the government has enacted this law. Now, why is this required? Please note, in every country, the backbone of every economy are the medium and small scale enterprises. The reason for this is that these are the people, these are the entities which are the feeders for both the economy at the bottom of the pyramid, and also they are the feeders of raw materials, supplies, etc., to the medium and big enterprises. Okay, now without any delay, let us go ahead and understand what economic packages the government has brought in. Now there will be 10 to 11 points which I'll cover. Considering the time and other reasons, I will go very fast, but please note, whatever has been latestly notified, that I will be explaining in very detail, and there is nothing to worry about whether those are covered or not. Now the first particular point is the definition of MSME. Now please note guys, after the enactment of the MSME Act in 2006, as I said, for the promotion, development and enhancement of competitiveness of MSME sectors, MSME enterprises, the government had not amended definition, but recently they amended. Now this notification had come from in June, and it is effective from 1st July 2020. So please remember, this is applicable from 1st July 2020. Now what is the definition? It is very simple. It is based on the investment in the plant and machinery and your turnover. Again, I'll repeat, it is based on the investment in plant and machinery and your turnover. So I'll give a very simple formula which is easy to remember. Basically remember the number 1, 10, 50. So what government has said very clearly is that if your investment in plant and machinery is 1 crore, then you multiply it by 5, your turnover should be 5 crores. So again I'll repeat, I am giving a simple formula of 1, 10 and 50. Please remember it this way, multiply this 1, 10, 50 by 5 and you will get the definition for micro, small and medium enterprises. So if your investment in capital plant and machinery is around 1 crore, then you need to have a turnover of up to 5 crores. Please remember, this is up to means equal to or less than or equal to this much. Second is, so this is micro enterprises, an enterprise which is having investment in plant and machinery up to 1 crore and the turnover up to 5 crores. Next we have investment of up to 10 crores and turnover of up to 50 crores, and finally we have investment of up to 50 crores and turnover of up to 250 crores. So chronologically, a micro, small and medium enterprises details I have given you. As I said, remember the figure of 1, 10, 50. If your turnover is if your investment in plant and machinery is 1 crore, 5 crores up to turnover should be there when you will be termed as a micro. Second case is if your investment in plant and machinery is 10 crores, then you should multiply it by 5. 50 crores should be your turnover to become a small enterprise. And finally, if your investment in plant and machinery is 50 crores, then you should have a turnover of up to 250 crores for becoming a medium enterprise. Now, a lot of people ask me that Sachin, for whom all this is applicable? It is very simple. It is applicable for any manufacturing and service sector. Please note, trading enterprises are excluded. Why? I think there are a lot of representations made, but I think it makes sense to promote the manufacturing and service sector. So just to conclude, remember the figures 110 and 50 multiplied by 5. Therefore, you will get micro, small and medium enterprises. Number 1. Number 2, this is not applicable for trading. And number 3, please note, this is effective from 1st July 2020. Now, a lot of people may have doubt that what about the earlier industries which are registered in MSME? No problem. You can still register today also at a free cost, and the government will give the MSME certificate. So this is in respect of the registration. Please note, this is one of the recent notifications apart from certain credit guarantee scheme which has been introduced. Now, what is the next important scheme which the government has introduced? The next important scheme which the government has introduced is giving them credit collateral free loan. Okay. Now this collateral free loan is basically having certain conditions which I am going to go in detail. Basically, what the government has said is that under the MSME route is that if there is an MSME which is having an outstanding loan of up to 25 crores and a turnover of up to 100 crores, then only they are eligible. Again, I'll repeat, the government has given a collateral free credit guaranteed loan for the MSME and businesses which have outstanding loan of up to 25 crores and a turnover of up to 100 crores. Now, this is as on February 29, 2020, which we have to take into consideration. Point number 2. This is an automatic loan approval. There is no requirement to apply, but you can always discuss with your bank for the application. Number 3, what is the interest rate? The interest rate here is either you can take a 9.25% if you are taking the loan from banks or financial institution, or it is 14% if you are taking from NBFCs. Again, I'll repeat, the interest rate is 9.25% if you are taking it from banks and financial institutions, and it is 14% if you are taking from NBFCs. Now, why is this distinction? Please note that working capital and term loans are provided by banks and financial institutions, whereas term loans are provided by NBFCs. So the interest rate is 9.25% if you take it for a working capital loan from banks and financial institutions. Otherwise, it is 14% where you take term loan from NBFCs. Then, what is the other benefit in this is that the government has given a moratorium in respect of the first 4 years. That means you need not pay the first year in respect of the principal. You need to pay only the interest, but you need to then understand that you need to pay this in 36 installments from the second year. So what I am concluding, you have a moratorium period of 4 years, and during the first year you need not pay the principal, you need to pay the only interest. Parallelly, you need to convert the loan into 36 installments, which is in 3 years. Now this is very clear. Now next, what is the amount which I'll get? As I said, you will not get more than 20% on your outstanding loan of 25 crores. So maximum which you may get is 20% of 25 crores, which is 5 crores. Okay. A lot of people are confused as to whether I can take more or less. Please remember, the government has very clearly said as on February 29, 2020, whosoever MSME or otherwise loan is good, they are non-NPA, and they have a outstanding loan of up to 25 crores and turnover of up to 100 crores, then they will be eligible for 25% of the outstanding amount. Now, somebody will ask me that whether it can be integrated different business loans, or can I take only in one bank? It is up to you. You can either integrate several business loans which you have, or you can take only with one particular whatever bank. That is up to you. Okay. Next, what is most important point here is that the government has told that this is credit guarantee free, meaning what? There is no guarantee which is required to be given from your side. Automatically there is an entity which is called as NCGTC, National Credit Guarantee Trustee Company Limited. This will give the guarantee. Now this is very important point. In the event of default, 75% of your loan will be covered by NCGTC, which is the trustee company which is giving you guarantee, and the balance 25% will be required for you. Now, other than this, please note that this loan scheme is available only from May 23rd to 31st October 2020. So the government is saying very clearly, whether you are MSME or non-MSME, if you have a good loan and not more than 25 crores outstanding and turnover of up to 100 crores, then you will be eligible to apply for this loan. The loan period is, you can apply between May 23rd to 21st October 2020, or the 3 lakh crore loan which bucket as government has provided, before it finishes this date you have to apply and take it. Now next, one more important point to be understood here is that specifically this is an automatic approval, I told you, and a lot of people come to me asking, sir, what if I have only a car loan and all that? This is eligible only for business loan and which are good accounts. Definitely you can talk to your bank and take it forward how you want to coordinate with them and clear it. Okay, this is a non-collateral loan, as I already explained to you. One more thing very important, please note, when you apply for the loan, the credit bureau team of the bank as well as the various organizations will check your credibility, and only then you will be eligible for this particular loan. So please remember guys, this is very important. Now the whole important point here is that this is eligible for the MSMEs which are basically having clean loan statement. Okay, that is what we have to understand. Now what is the next scheme? The government is also going to provide loans for MSMEs which are in NPA. In other words, the NPAs which are in MSME, the government has said that they will provide subordinate debt for the stressed MSME up to 20,000 crores. This is going to benefit close to 2 lakh MSMEs. But please note, as we are talking, I don't think so the rules are notified or the act is not, the notification has come out. In fact, I was waiting, but I thought, since it's not come, we went ahead for the video to make. So this is for all the NPA MSMEs who are waiting for the loan. This scheme is not yet notified as we are talking. Once they notify, then immediately you can opt for it. The next scheme which the government has provided for funding is 50,000 crore fund of fund schemes. Basically, this is an equity investment scheme from the government. Please understand only one thing very clearly, that this is eligible only for the specific entities, MSMEs. Again, the government has to notify the rules. I think sometime back I saw a week or 2 weeks back Nitin Gadkari's speech where he said that they are going to notify these additional points in this. The whole point to be understood here is, guys, the government will invest equity in this selected MSME which are really strong in terms of your finance, profitability, etc. And they're even expecting that they'll take them to the equity listing market, that is stock exchange market. That's what is the next scheme. So I explained you the 3 lakh crore collateral loan free scheme. I explained you the NPA stressed MSME NPA stressed scheme, which is around 20,000 crore, which will be not yet notified, but will be eligible for NPA stressed MSMEs. Third, I've also told you in respect of 50,000 crore funding through equity for MSME. This scheme is yet to be out. Prior to this, I also covered the definition of MSME. Now, what are the other next packages? Please note, if you are a RERA, that means if you are registered under a RERA and you are also MSME, then the RERA law through MSME and also the government notification has provided certain concession in respect of filing your return, your CA reports. Also, one very important point which the government has brought in is they have told that force majeure, COVID will also be incorporated as a force majeure clause in your RERA law. Now, why is this important? Because a lot of builders are, don't mistake me, actually having huge inventory and they're really struggling. Literally, they're struggling for the funding and also the profitability as well as the market. So what the government has done in crystal clear point is they have said even COVID is a force majeure, so the performance of contract can be relaxed to some extent through the force majeure. Matlab, if you are really required to perform under the contract, you can always take shelter under force majeure and tell them, look, it's a fact, and that I'm going to get it done in few, whatever your commitment can be done in few months, whatever are years as you are comfortable. So as I said, friends, in the RERA also through MSME law, the government has given a lot of concession. Next, under the GST law, as you know in my previous videos, you can note the government has deferred the GST filing return dates. They have allowed you time to pay the tax, again based on slab of turnover, I think up to 5 crores. They have specifically said that you need not pay the interest. So deferment of GST monthly return vis-a-vis payment of tax has been given to you. Also, under the income tax law, whether it is payment of your TDS, advance tax, self-assessment, blah blah blah, whatever taxes you have to pay, the interest deferment has given and reduction has been given from 18% per annum to 9%. That means you can pay your TDS, your advance tax, self-assessment, etc. with the June 30th period with a reduced interest rate of 9% per annum as against 18% per annum. Under the company law also, they have been given concession, and in fact they have waived off penalty for a lot of government companies. This is another benefit which has also been given to the MSME and also certain other generic entities. Plus, under the custom law, as I said, please refer to my earlier videos. In customs law also, the benefit has been given where 24/7 clearance of import exports has been given. Plus, there is a credit scheme which the government has given for importers and exporters to to extend the time limit for getting the money inside India, and also the making the payment. They have extended from 6 months to 12 months. Apart from this, Exim Bank also given close to 50,000 crore worth of loan for the importers and exporters, which is again in pipeline, which the which the importers and exporters can avail. Apart from this, the RBI moratorium, I'll repeat here in spite of giving this detail in my earlier video. Please note, the RBI have also given moratorium to MSMEs and other businesses, where there are 4 moratoriums. Number 1, you can defer your EMI in respect of a business loan for up to 31st August, and then you can pay the EMI after that with interest. Number 2, in respect of overdraft and CC accounts, the government has allowed you to defer the interest and pay it in specific post-August, that is September. Third scheme, the government has also said that whatever interest you are supposed to pay during this period, which is from March till August, you can convert that into a loan, and then you can repay that in terms of installments. Fourth thing which the government has done through RBI is you can negotiate the terms with your bank, and then get a lot of other facilities. Apart from this, more and more I am going to give. 30,000 special liquidity scheme is given through NBFCs, HFCs. Also, there is 45,000 crore partial credit guarantee scheme through NBFCs. 90,000 crore there is going to be a funding for electricity or power distribution companies, which is going to be coming to all the entities which are in power distribution. Now, in spite of all these things, let us understand what are the other benefits which are there for the MSMEs. Please note, the government has also told that MSMEs can participate in tender for up to 200 crores. Then there is also e-market viability. Apart from your exhibition and other things, the government is obviously going to give you benefit in respect of travel and also marketing for your products and services. Next, this is very important amendment. The government has said that within 45 days, all the public sector undertakings and certain other undertakings who have to give you money, that is, who have to give money to MSME, have to immediately shell out the money. The government has very clearly said. Apart from this, there are provident fund relaxation, where you can pay the money after certain time, where government will give you the benefit of deferring the PF contributions. Next, tax measures I already explained you. RBI measures I have already explained you. So my friends, as I said, there are funding schemes which the government has given. As I said, the NPA MSME scheme and certain other schemes are being notified. This is exactly what I wanted to cover, economic packages. Just going back to history of MSME Act 2006. Please note, MSME, as I said, is for the promotion, development and enhancement of competitiveness of MSME sectors. Plus, you get concession on your trademark registration. You also get reimbursements in respect of your ISO certifications. You get concessional loan of 1%. Subsidy of 1% on interest, etc., etc. And there are sectoral and vertical benefits for a lot of MSME which has been given. Now, friends, this is what I wanted to cover in a fast manner, the entire MSME economic packages plus the advantages of MSME floating. I trust that this is very useful. As I said, wait for my videos. Click and subscribe to my CA Sachin Guru channel in respect of the updates which you will get regularly. Finally, I would request you to ensure that keep watching my videos. Definitely a lot of economic packages and MSME packages are coming. Request you again to update this, because they are going to give you benefit. So friends, signing off. My name is Sachin Guru. I'm author of upcoming book called Wealth Sutra. Thank you. Namaskar. Stay safe, both your family, yourself, and also